You talked about employee contributions and participating on the intranet. Why is this important?
Well, we think it's important because our intranet, we believe, is becoming this employee relationship management system where all of employee contributions are brought together and then that's searchable. So if you're looking for expertise, or actually more valuable, an expert, having the contributions enables employees to make the connections, find the expert, answer the questions they have, and get on with their work.
What are the potential inhibitors of employee contributions?
One key inhibitor we see is this concept of control, that there are business unit leaders who are afraid that employees will misuse the privilege of being able to communicate online, or they feel that knowledge should be hoarded and not shared. That's how they derive their power, so they think. And we think it's important to eliminate this concept of control and understand that we can't control messages anymore if we ever could. The point is to kind of put in context the important issues and let employees discuss them or converse them.
On your intranet at the EAP, you highlight the photograph of the day. Why do you think this is important?
We use photographs to show the humanity of our company, some employees. We show facilities, we show places, customers, historical photographs. We love to be able to feature things about our company, put in context what we do, the bigger picture, if you will, of what our company is about. Our employees like it because they feel a sense of belonging. Sometimes we'll feature an employee. A gentleman I talked about in my presentation, Fred McInturf, happened to be featured, and he loved the fact that he got lots of comments from his feature of employees who admired his work and wanted to show appreciation for him. He said it was the best day of his career, his 37-year career. So that was very rewarding to him, and we love the ability to do that. The other nice thing is we have our designers choose the photographs that we feature every day. So the nice thing about that is they're very well crafted, well composed. They're beautiful, if you will, and we think that's important.
There's nothing about the designers choosing the photograph. Do you think that is important? It's not just a random picture or something like that?
That's right. And again, we control, if you will, to some extent, the conversations or the context by we choose the photographs. We choose the things we want people writing about or discussing that are reinforcing our corporate mission and values. But employees like the fact that they see these photographs that mean something to them. They're inspirational, they evoke emotions, and we think that's really important. You get a sense of I'm part of something bigger than just my little job.
You have also internal and external news stories on your intranet with the possibility to comment without moderation. Why do you not moderate or ban, for instance, political discussions?
We don't moderate beforehand. So the moment someone submits a comment, it's right there for everyone else to see because we trust employees. Plus, we don't let them communicate anonymously, so people, because they're accountable, realize that they need to behave properly. So fortunately, employees are professional. We trust them. If they betray our trust, then we do have mechanisms to take down comments that we think are somewhat offensive, but fortunately, very few employees do that. I think it's important to allow these types of discussions, debates, even political debates, because the main thing we get out of these conversations is kind of the value of knowledge, of being able to find an expert, of being able to really look at an issue from a variety of perspectives, not just the top-down perspective. So yes, we have to accept that sometimes things aren't always the comments we love to see. People try to make little jokes, and they aren't necessarily very helpful, but the point is that we have to allow those if we want the really important stuff that people are providing.
You have also blogging on your intranet.
That's right.
For instance, by your CEO.
That's right.
Why?
Our CEO has a very open communication style, so what's nice is he loves to be able to share his thoughts and then hear or read the reactions from employees. Even if they disagree with him, he likes that. It gives him a sense of comfort of knowing I'm not just hearing this from my top executives who report to me, I'm hearing it from all over the company, what the mood is of the company, what people are understanding, what they're a little bit curious about. He likes having that type of feedback loop, and of course our employees love it because whenever previously in corporate organizations could you talk directly to the CEO and be guaranteed he's going to read it and perhaps react to it.
Do you have an example where the CEO actually has have reacted on something from an employee?
Yes, I know there was interesting debates on a compensation decision that was made, actually made by our board of directors to compensate some executives, and some employees didn't like that. And he made a special point in his follow-up blog to explain that, well, I heard what you said, I still like my decision, or the board's decision, but I appreciate that you didn't agree. And isn't this great that we have this forum where you can disagree with me? And it's okay to disagree. It's not going to change my decision, but you have the right to disagree. We do, in fact, like free speech at our company.
Finally, you talked about the importance of smartphones delivered to the employees.
Yes. I think the way we've issued smartphones has been backwards. We give them to people who typically are executives or who have desk jobs, not to the people who are actually mobile, who actually have jobs that they go out in the field or in trucks. And I think that's going to change. Once everyone has a smartphone, either company issued or their own, that we allow to tie into our network, to me that is a game changer in terms of how we communicate with employees. The fact that they have GPS coordinates so we know their location, the fact they have cameras, they can sense their surroundings, the fact that their phones, among other things, the fact that they're personal and they have identity behind them, all that kind of changes the way we communicate. So we're looking forward to see, don't have all the answers, but very curious to see how that evolves over the next few years.
So basically the phone is not for the employee to have fun, it's for the company to increase productivity.
That's right, although I have no problem with employees having fun. Sometimes employees having fun are your most engaged and productive employees. It's okay to do that, but I think what we find is when you have a mobile device, your work hours become much longer. You're checking it even during non-work hours, so I think it's a nice bargain for the company as well.